Hi, my name is Fernando. I'm from São Paulo, Brazil, and I study economics with a finance concentration here at Duke. And after graduation, I'm excited to be joining Deutsche Bank's investment banking group, more specifically the Global Industrials Group in New York.
Hi, my name is Caelyn DeSouza. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm majoring in economics with a finance concentration, a Spanish minor, and an innovation entrepreneurship certificate. And post-grad, I'll be doing consulting at McKinsey & Company.
Hi, I'm Claire Rubenstein. I'm from Haverford, Pennsylvania. My major is risk, data, and financial engineering, and I have a second major in math. And after graduation, I'm going to be working at Blackstone in their private equity group.
Favorite class taken at Duke?
Understanding Financial Crisis and Bubbles with John Cacavalli. It's a class that really makes you think about the lessons we should have learned from previous financial crises. And as Mark Twain said, history doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme.
Favorite study spot at Duke?
I love to study in the Fitzpatrick building on E-Quad.
Favorite memory from Duke?
Definitely being front row at the Duke UNC game this year after camping out for 2 weeks.
What are you currently reading?
I'm reading How to Invest by David Rubenstein.
What's your favorite order from Woo?
My favorite order from Woo is the turkey and Havarti sandwich, but my hack is to make it a wrap.
Favorite dessert?
Tiramisu.
What makes you smile the most?
My family, my friends, and my dogs.
What's your favorite card or board game?
Me and my roommates always play code names, but I also love the Settlers of Catan.
What song can you listen to on repeat?
I always listen to Unwritten every morning by Natasha Bedingfield because it's really upbeat and positive and a good way to start the day.
How do you start your day?
I go through my emails, check my Instagram, and read the Wall Street Journal.
What did you want to do with your life at the age of 12?
When I was 12, I always thought I was going to be a teacher. You can call me crazy, but I thought my teachers were the coolest people ever.
What's the most adventurous thing you've ever done in your life?
I went swimming with whale sharks in Mexico.
If you could switch lives with one person for a day, who would it be?
I would love to be Rafael Nadal during the French Open.
Claire is incredibly caring. I still remember when she helped me navigate the nuances of private equity recruiting. I can't wait to see all the great things you'll do at Blackstone.
Claire is selfless. So I met Claire through Investment Club, where from day one, she's always made me feel like I had a voice in the room, even when I had doubts about myself. So some moments I'll never forget are when she would spend hours with me in either the data visualization lab or in Woo, talking through difficult concepts, encouraging me to ask more questions, and just encouraging me to become a better learner in general.
Claire is inspiring. She goes out of her way to help everyone and brings so much positive energy to everything she's involved in. She has played a huge role in JAGA, the DFE committee, and is always looking to make spaces in finance more inclusive for young women. I wish her the best, and she's been an incredible role model and mentor to me.
I'm excited and honored to be talking about Claire Rubenstein, who I'm very proud has received this very prestigious award. I have known Claire since she was a freshman, and one of the things that's been amazing to watch has been her development, both as a young professional, as a young woman, as a friend, as a mentor. And I think that this award is the perfect culmination of recognition of all of those different aspects of Claire. I have really enjoyed watching her interact with her fellow students when she's worked on projects. I have really been impressed by how much time and energy she has spent mentoring underclassmen. And this is an award that's not given out lightly. There are a lot of incredible students here at Duke, and I'm very excited for Claire that she has received this very well-earned recognition. I am proud to call her a student, a mentee, and now a friend, and soon a graduate. I will really miss not seeing her here at Duke, and I hope she'll come back and visit us soon in Durham. Congratulations on this very well-deserved award, Claire. Best of luck to you. I can't wait to see what you become and what you accomplish.
Fernando is empowering. From the moment I stepped into his financial markets 2 to 6 office hours, he was willing to lend a helping hand.
and not just for the competitions, but also he wanted to learn about my aspirations and my goals, and he was willing to help me achieve them. Fernando is more than just a TA or a mentor. He's really willing to be a leader and to stick up for students and try and help them achieve their greatest goals.
Fernando is thoughtful. I remember one day before a big interview I bumped into him on campus and we were both late for class. I mentioned how nervous I was, and right away he just started giving me advice on how to approach the interview with more confidence. Later that day, he followed up with me, giving me book recommendations, helpful articles to read on, and even connected me with a professor. He didn't have to do any of this, but he did, and it really shows how caring and thoughtful he is towards others.
Fernando is the most resilient person I know. Ever since I met him, he's been impressing me with his dedication, perseverance, and constant joy in everything he does. He's always there for me, he's always willing to lend a helping hand, and most importantly, he always has a smile on his face.
Fernando is supportive. He sat me down many times to explain to me the financial industry, how it's organized, and answer all my questions.
I'm excited and honored to be congratulating Fernando on this very well-deserved DFE award. I have really enjoyed getting to know you, and I have enjoyed watching you blossom and flourish in my classroom. You were an incredible contributor to our class discussions, and this is a very well-deserved award. It is a recognition from both fellow students, colleagues, and lots of different professors around campus who see what you have contributed to our programs and to your fellow students. I hope you feel very proud, and I am proud to have had you as a student, to have worked with you, and to now call you a friend. Wishing you much luck in everything you do. I know you're going to be very successful, and I am rooting for you all the way. Come back and visit us in Durham soon. We will miss you here at Duke. Congratulations.
Caelyn is supportive. Caelyn was my Beau VP of Finance this past year, and she was always extremely helpful to answer my countless questions about recruiting, communications, and managing setbacks along the way with events. Caelyn, you believed in me when I was a freshman who knew nothing about finance, and without your mentorship and kindness, I would not have the experiences nor the opportunities I do today. So for that, I'm extremely grateful, and congratulations on your award. I know you're going to thrive next year in Atlanta, and I'll miss you.
Caelyn is inspirational. As Vice President of our Business-Oriented Women Finance Committee, she always took the time to help guide me and other committee members. Whether it was walking us through events for the semester, encouraging us in our own recruiting processes, or taking time for committee and culture bonding, her support truly helped me to grow as a learner, a woman in finance, and a leader.
Caelyn is radiant. She brings energy and warmth into everything, whether that be planning a Zumba social for the Beau Finance Committee to celebrate the end of the year and, of course, buying everyone smoothies at the end, or teaching us how to plan events to encourage more women to pursue finance. She always knows how to balance impact with fun and creates a space where everyone feels motivated and cared for.
Caelyn is genuine. So Caelyn was one of the first people that I reached out to when I first became interested in finance recruiting, as she was a VP of Finance for my women's business organization. And ever since then, we've always been getting coffee to talk through finance whenever I had questions about recruitment, about what paths to take. And she's just always been so receptive in sharing her experiences, and she's always so genuine in trying to give me the best advice on what paths to take.
Caelyn is both willing and eager. So I have Caelyn as my Blue Devil buddy, and a couple weeks before my freshman year, we FaceTimed. It was probably around 6 p.m. for me, but well near midnight for her with the time difference. But she was still incredibly willing to speak with me and get to know me, welcome me into the Duke experience, and that eagerness to share what she finds wonderful about Duke with the next class was incredibly inspiring and something that I hope to give back to people in the future.
And finally, a piece of advice for Duke students.
Our piece of advice would be to first find good mentors,
embrace not knowing and ask good questions,
and finally, enjoy every second that you have at Duke.